Welcome to Autism Talk. Thanks once again for reaching out and watching the videos and looking forward to some information about autism. Thank you so very much. Don't forget to subscribe and share my videos. I want to do what do they call this? I want to say a continuation of a short video that I made, and I want to elaborate on the short, okay, that I created. The short gave ideas, no, gave the types of social interaction difficulties in autism spectrum disorder. There were some types of social interaction difficulties. I don't want you to think that everybody has these social interaction difficulties with autism spectrum disorder. So I listed off a few types of social interaction challenges. And so I want to kind of elaborate on each one. I believe the first one that I mentioned was communication challenges. What I mean by the different types of communication challenges is that challenges with communication skills are a significant aspect of social interaction and in individuals with autism spectrum disorder. I'm sorry, my thoughts are just all over the place. Many individuals with ASD struggle with expressive, receptive language skills, making it challenging to convey their thoughts, their feelings, and needs, effectively. So the difficulties in initiating and maintaining conversations, understanding figurative language or sarcasm, and taking turns during communication can create barriers to social communication skills. So that's what I mean by communication challenges, okay? Some of us some of them may have difficulty expressing themselves, finding the words to share their thought or ideas, or even figuring out what is the feeling that they're feeling or the thoughts that they're having. It's difficult to communicate that, all right? And it's also maybe difficult for them to understand sarcasm, figurative language, okay? Also, some challenges some types of social interaction challenges are verbal communication difficulties. Okay. So verbalizing what it is that they're trying to say, because we communicate all kinds of ways, but one way is actually verbalizing, speaking what it is that you need to say. Some students with autism spectrum disorder, they may have delayed language development, okay, have limited vocabulary, or difficulties with speech articulation. They may even struggle with forming grammatical correct sentences, using appropriate intonations, the tones, or adapting their speech to different social contexts. Just like what I'm doing in communicating with you, I'm going high and low, emphasizing on certain things, and they may not have that verbal communication uh, skill to do or to exercise. Okay. So these difficulties can hinder effective communication and social communication with peers and adults. So that's why it's listed as one of our, types of social interaction difficulties or challenges. Because verbally, they may not be able to express themselves as the general public does, or what majority would say is appropriate or inappropriate, or be able to create a sentence, grammatical sentence that will be understood by others. Sometimes they don't even know the word to put in there, okay? Or using the different intonations, when to raise their voice and when not, or, just the tones, not saying yelling or anything like that, but just putting emphasis on certain wordings or how you express yourself. Some other or another uh, social interaction difficulty is nonverbal communication. Some nonverbal communication plays a crucial role in social interaction, but individuals with ASD often face challenges in this area. They may struggle to interpret and use nonverbal cues such as facial expressions, body language, gestures, and eye contact. All of those might be misused or they don't pick up on those cues. Difficulties in understanding and appropriately responding to nonverbal cues can impact their ability to build relationships and to understand others' emotions. Okay. Simply put, that they're unable to understand or read. This is just an example, if your face is sad, that's a sad face, or you overexcited, you're really excited. They may not read those cues. Um, they may not read those nonverbal cues, or how you just have the no look or just a plain face. They may not be able to read those nonverbals. Are you shrugging your shoulder? Because you're not verbalizing anything. Those are your nonverbal cues. Even you batting your eyes or staring at somebody, all those are nonverbal cues. They may not catch on to all of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. All of us don't, most of us don't catch on to all of them, but just saying they may have some difficulties with those. Okay. Some other social interaction challenges would be beyond the communication challenges. Students with autism spectrum disorder may experience broader social interaction challenges. They may have difficulty initiating and maintaining friendships, engaging in imaginative play, or participating in group activities. Social situations that involve sharing, taking turns, or cooperating may be particularly challenging for them. Difficulties in social reciprocity and forming meaningful connections can lead to feelings of isolation and exclusion. So they may not know it's my turn. After you speak, I speak. You speak, I speak. They may not know the taking turn, or haven't picked up on that. Also, um, sharing things with someone, or even sharing the ideas. It doesn't necessarily have to be an item or anything. Um, Even starting a conversation, initiating that conversation, or maintaining the conversation, continuing with it, engaging in that conversation, that may be difficult. That is a type of social interaction that would be challenging. They may even have a lack of understanding the social cues, understanding and interpreting the social cues, and it is an essential aspect of successful social interactions. However, individuals with ASD often struggle with recognizing and interpreting nonverbal cues, such as gestures, facial expressions, the tone of the voice. They may have difficulty inferring others' thoughts, feelings, or intentions, leading to misunderstandings or social faux pas. It's just because of not being able to register the social cues or understand what the social cues are. It may lead them also to believe they're not connecting, so they want to isolate themselves and things like that. So they may not be able to pick up on the social cues. Also, it's a lot where people say they don't have empathy. They have empathy. Well, I will say that's part of the social interaction difficulty or challenge that someone may have with ASD. Um, the ability to understand and share others' emotions. They can be impaired in individuals. They may have difficult perceiving and understanding the emotions of those around them. They may understand that the person is sad. They may not. They may see the person upset. They may not understand that. They just may not. They may not empathize with them, like, oh, because he's sad, I'm sad too. They just may not. Um, so that is a struggle or a challenge. Um, or a difficulty for some with autism. And remember from the beginning, I said, it doesn't mean everybody has this, but this does stands out, okay? Also, repetitive and restricted behaviors. You may notice they have some repetitive behaviors and some things that restrict them from doing things, so it may seem odd in, with social interactions. So it makes it difficult. These behaviors can manifest repetitive movements because they're feeling, they may be nervous or uncomfortable. They might be flapping their hands, rocking their body. They might be rubbing constantly, whatever it may be. But these behaviors can manifest as repetitive movements. Okay. And this is just to strict some routines or intense focus on specific interests. These behaviors may interfere with social interactions. So by limiting flexibility, shared interest, or engagement in activities with peers, the repetitive behaviors, the restricted behaviors also may may challenge them with interacting with their peers. Another type of social interaction difficulty is routines and rituals. Individuals with autism spectrum disorder, they often rely on routines and rituals to create predictability and reduce anxiety. While routines can provide structure and comfort, they may also contribute to social interaction difficulties. They're constantly trying to do things in a routine way. This is how they do it all the time. This is the way it goes. It can't go any other way. So they may not be able to, what I want to say, interact with someone that does something different. They're not accustomed to it going this way, or they're doing that. That's not what I do. No, we have to go to the right. We can't go to the left. It's only one way in. Different things like that. They have their routines and their rituals, how things work, and that is it. And they rely on that. And then they also have these intense interests. Intense interests. Like they can tell you any and everything about whatever that interest is, because they have that specific idea or love for that topic or whatever it may be, so it may cause difficulty in engaging in reciprocal conversations or showing interest in others' topics of conversation. It can impact, social relationships. They're not giving a person a chance to share their likes or dislikes because they're speaking about theirs the whole time. And also keep in mind, just because they, have ASD, it doesn't mean they're not talking, they're not communicating. They will, they can, they like to socialize just as we do, but they may have some difficulties or some challenges just due to some of their, anxieties they may have, some frustrations and things. And they like things predictable. So they're trying to predict what's going to happen next. That's why they love the routines. That's why they love the rituals and things like that. So I hope I have shed some light on the different types of social interaction difficulties in autism spectrum disorder. If you have any questions, remember, you may put it in the comments. Any particular topic you would like for me to cover, go ahead and add that in the comments. Remember, you can contact me through email. My email is down below in the descriptions. And you may visit my website, get some more information on Autism Talk. Thank you so very much. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share the video and like.